So good to see you in person and close up.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Sheila. You came in
Hi.
late today.
Sorry today. It's
Yeah.
I have a very poorly lit room, so that's why, when I'm on the computer you can't see me very well. So I thought that maybe you should see me today.
Definitely, it's good to see your smiley face.
Yeah.
It's good to see you all. Yeah. Is it just the three of us? No, there's loads of people, no?
Wait, it's four of
No.
us. You don't count
Oh.
yourself in? What's the matter with you?
I
Charmaine,
think I'm three.
you, Chris, and you. Who are you missing?
I don't know. There's Elio and Sharmini and me. Who else is
No,
there?
Chris.
Yes, Chris
Go
as
back to the
well.
main room. Tell them to send you to your room, Chris. We want you here officially. Run. Hi, Sharmini.
Fine. Hi.
Oh, yeah, that was the next logical question. How are you?
We're all good.
Are you ready to express yourself in 2 minutes or less?
It's
Remember,
recording.
this
Your
video,
whole conversation is being recorded.
I know. Chris? Oh,
You're
put the
muted.
volume, it works better.
You're
Turn on the
muted.
volume. Yeah. It works. It helps a lot. Thank you. There you go. We're in. Do you see Chris?
Hi, Chris.
How are you, Sheila?
I'm great.
Oh, good. I love your smiling face.
I love your smile too. That's one thing we've all learned, right? How to smile from ear to ear.
Yes.
If you guys want me to go first, I would volunteer to go first. Only I'm at a reunion with my mom from her
55.
55th college reunion. So I stepped out to be on the call with everybody, but if you guys want me to go first, just in case I get bumped out, I would love
right
to.
ahead.
Go right ahead, Chris.
Okay, and keep me on tasks. I don't want to talk too much.
When you see this, you know, hey, no, it's going to be silent, okay? It's only you.
Okay. Okay. Well, I did do the course the first time, and when I spoke at that one, I had everything like written down on a piece of paper so that I could kind of look at it. Well, I don't have that this time, so this is just off the cuff. So the biggest transformation I believe I've seen in myself is I listen a lot better, and I learned how to take care of myself. And I really feel by taking care of myself, I have helped other people. Two of my sisters were actually in this second course, which I thought was wonderful. And I just feel, so much better, and I feel I focus better. I've learned, I'd say really through Dr. Steve, to give of yourself what you can. So if you can give, your time to help people, go and do that. If you can help someone out with money, donate. But basically, I'm a lot calmer person than I was before I came into contact with the Ancient Secrets and Dr. Clint's book, and meeting all of you guys, because I really feel I've learned something from every single person that I've met through the course. And I try to share, subtly. quietly with people, and I feel they have listened and kind of taken it, you know, it may take, you know, it's a process, it'll take time, but I really feel a lot of things heal myself. So I don't know, I guess I'm done talking.
That was short and sweet, Chris.
No, no necessary. No.
No necessary. So
Jeanette, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Oh Lord, where am I now? Oh Jesus. What's going on here?
Hi, Vinay.
So, Vinette, how about some
Hello,
share from
hello.
you?
Pardon me?
Let's hear your sharing. How has the course affected you? How, or what developments
Oh,
have you
oh my
come
God.
about from yourself?
Oh Lord. Oh. Anyway, let me see what I can say.
Yes, please do.
All right. The impact was great. I have not learned everything to the fullest. I learned a little here and a little there. As I said in the last meeting we had, I have to go back over the entire course. Okay, so I have learned from the 6 secrets, what you call it, 6 key of instrument, 6 key or instrument of the course Sita Vida, the diet, the home remedies, the herbal remedies, the mama points. The thing I have not learned about yet is the panchakarma. Yeah, the lifestyle. I have changes in my lifestyle because I used to go to my bed like 2, 3 o'clock in the mornings. I up all night. I go to my bed 2, 3 o'clock in the mornings. And now I go to my bed like 9, 10 o'clock. Yes, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, yes, but I'll go back to sleep, but I'm sleeping better. And what else about my lifestyle? Oh, exercises. I never used to do so much exercise, but now I'm exercising. So that are 2 major things in my life that I really have changes, and I'm going by them. And my diet, I love my mung bean soup. Oh Lord Jesus. I love my soup. I actually getting addicted to it. So I'm doing my mung bean soup. And I have learned some of the mama points. And one of the things that discouraged me so much, not with the course, but with my they are all skeptics. I tried to introduce this to them. I tried to tell them about it. I tried to tell them about the home remedies, the stuff that you have in your kitchen, and you can do this and you can do that. They don't really listen to me. So I don't know when they listen, but I'm being patient with them. So that is my disappointment so far. But in general, Dr. Naram has something to say that there are 2, I think it says 2 major diseases that let me see. I wrote it down somewhere. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I don't remember everything. Okay, he says he has 2 major illnesses, the chronic happiness syndrome and the chronic energy syndrome. These 2, they are very contagious, and I really got these from the group. the happiness, the love, the energy, everything. Because I used to be like that, but then, I don't know, so many different things happened into my life. And it just felt like I was losing everything. It just felt like I was losing everything. And being with the group, I regain all of this. I regain my happiness. I regain my energy. I'm so much a different person now. Back to where I was and maybe beyond. So if anything goes wrong, like there might be an argument coming up, I'm the first one to shut up. I don't have anything to say. They might turn around and say, why are you not saying anything, mommy? I said, no, I'm not saying anything. I have nothing to say. So I keep my big mouth shut. Because all the time when I open my mouth, I get in trouble and I never get the right. I always get the wrong. If my daughter and her brother has a dispute and they come to me about it, I said, okay, I'm not going to be on anybody's side. I'm just going to tell you as it is. Okay? And then you guys can work this stuff out. Doesn't make no sense because this one thing I'm not honest and the other one thing I'm being on the other one side. I said, no, it's not like that. I'm just trying to tell you where you go wrong and where this one go wrong and you both have to put it together and get it right. So I'm always wrong. So that's another good thing that I got from the group. And anything else? I kind of was making some jotting down because I'm not remembering everything.
I'm still on the call.
But so far, so good. And I enjoy being with the group. Another thing, I can say how I get into the group and I have no regrets. Dr. Naram, I can't remember how I get in contact, but I think they were sending out emails and stuff like that. And I got one of his newsletter. So I read the newsletter and it meant a lot to me. So I responded and he kept sending me newsletter after newsletter after newsletters. And I read all of them. So one day in question, I have a concern and I wrote back to him. And then when he replied to me, after I have outlined everything that I was concerned about, he replied to me, what do I want? Oh my God, why did he say that to me? What do you want? I said, oh my God, are you hearing me? Hello?
Yeah, we are.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay,
We're
okay,
just
okay.
listening to you.
Okay, so he asked me, what do you want? I said, oh my God, what kind of man is this? I just explained to him what I wanted and he's asking me, what do I want? I said, that is so stupid. So when you don't know, you just don't know.
Oh,
So anyway, I started responding to him and then I didn't send him back this email. So I just let it go. And he still keeps sending me emails after emails after emails. And I read them, but I don't respond. So one day in question, I don't know what was it, and it just struck me, go to your email. And when I went to the email, there was Dr. Clint sent out this email. And I think they were having something for Dr. Naram. And then it mentioned about his passing. I said, oh my God, Dr. Naram passed. So I went on the call that day, that Sunday. And since then, I keep following the call. Most of the time I'm on, very seldom that I'm not there. And that's what really brought me into this. And then when the 100 days come up, I said, Lord, should I do this 100 days? I said, I don't know if I should do it. But I said, let me talk to God about it. And I spoke about it. I prayed about it. And it resonated with me. It was just on the forefront of my mind. It was just at the top of my heart. I couldn't get rid of it. It was just there, just there. That urge, I could not get rid of it. So I said, you know what? God wants me to do it. So I'm going to do the course. And that's how I end up in it, and I have no regrets. I'm so happy because I'm the person who love natural stuff. I hate those Western, whatever. I love my natural stuff. Ever since I know myself, I love my natural stuff. Yes, so that's what brought me into the course. And I am so happy I met you beautiful people. And I love you all. I have learned some new words. What is the word? Namaskar? I don't think.
Namaskar. Namaskar.
Namaste. Oh,
Thank you,
namaskar.
thank you.
Thank you,
I
Vinay.
learned
That
word. I
was
said,
beautiful.
That was beautiful. Thank you,
Vinay.
thank you.
I said,
Thank
what
you.
is this? What are they saying? I don't know. And then when they say again, I love you and I'm with you, I learned that too. So, you know, I learned some stuff and I'm happy. And I'm happy for my dear friend Elio.
I love you.
I'm pronouncing your name properly. I love
Oh,
all of you
it's
guys.
perfect. It's perfect. You're a love.
Okay. I love
We
all
can
of you
can
guys.
feel your smile all the way here in LA.
Okay, thank you so much.
That's great.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
Yes,
you,
that's
Miss
all I have to
Sharmini.
say for now.
Okay, Sheila.
Hi, you
Let's
want me to
hear
go
from
now?
you. I think we've seen you grow so much this 100
Yeah.
days.
Actually,
Actually,
saying I've
Vinay,
grown
no,
so
I
much.
just want to ask that, Vinay, if you want to know how to get your family into eating mung bean, Sheila is the best person to go to.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I've shared it with Vinay. Vinay, I love you so much. You're so sweet. You made me happy every time I see you. So, for me, goodness me, yes, my smile. And you say I've grown. Well, actually, I've lost 14 pounds.
Yay.
So physically, you know, everybody knows, you know, Dr. Smita said, detox and nourish, detox and nourish, detox and nourish. Yes, definitely. My body has detoxed and I have learned to nourish my body with the right food. So now when I go grocery shopping, I do not buy any more packaged food. Apparently, you only shop from the outskirts of a supermarket, of a grocery store, then you get healthy stuff. When you go in the middle aisles, that's all the old stuff. Chemicalized stuff. So that's where I go now. Even the manager knows I'm not going to go in the middle. So, so that's that. But what did I learn? Well, first of all, I learned to be grateful. And I'm going to start by saying I am very grateful to God Almighty for providing His Holiness Buddha with the doctor, Dr. Jivaka, and for all the lineage, and for Dr. Naram, and for Dr. Smita and her family, and for Dr. Clint, who mastered this learning course and this whole forum and everything else, and for dear sweet Cornelia, and I think for all of you, and I am very grateful, and I have learned truly how to be grateful on a different level. So I want you to know, because I know this is recorded, so I want people to know who I am properly now. I am a devoted Muslim, and I have been Muslim all my life, and the whole world has a very bad image of Islam. So I want to tell you about one word in Islam, and the word is called jihad. Now everybody thinks that jihad means you get, you know, a big gun and you know, killing anyone. But actually, in our holy book, the Holy Quran, God mentions two types of jihad. One is the small jihad, and one is the greater jihad. The small jihad is where you are allowed to defend yourself if somebody prevents you from practicing your human rights. So, you know, if a burglar comes to the door, I'm not going to say, oh, how nice, come in, I'll give you some moong dal. No, I'm going to defend myself. That is the small jihad. The greater jihad in Islam is self-reformation. And I have taught all my life. I've been a teacher all my life. And as a teacher, I have learned that two very important things. One, when I was at university, our motto was Monstra te esse matrem, which means show thyself to be a mother. The other thing I learned as a teacher is model, model, model. Everything you want to teach, model it. It's through your modeling that you will pull people to you. You cannot push people. And we learned that on our course too. I actually wrote it down. I can't remember who said it, but it was don't push, pull, and pull through your example and model. So I tried to do that. I came into this course thinking that I am going to learn what I need to learn to become a Hakim, because my great-grandfather was a Hakim. A Hakim is a naturopathic doctor, going by the Islamic format. Then I discovered how the Hakims all learned. They all learned from each other. There's the Greek naturopathy, there's the Ayurvedic naturopathy, there's the Tibbi naturopathy. There's all types of naturopathy, and they all come from the same place, from God. And it's basically very, very simple. I've always taught people that the creator who created you also gave you an instruction manual, right? So just like if you buy furniture from IKEA or somewhere, you get an instruction manual. And the vast majority of people say, yeah, that's easy. Just use an Allen key and on you go. But if you follow the instructions of first you do this, then you do that, then you do that, then you do that, then you get a sturdy piece of furniture. So in the same way, I've always taught people, and I've been a teacher and a speaker for many, many years. I've been teaching for 30 years. And I've always taught people that whatever you're going to embark on, make sure you read the instruction manual properly. And the instruction manual I promote in my community is the Holy Quran. But I have read all the other scriptures, the Holy Scriptures. I'm a master in the Bible, specifically the Gospel of Matthew. So I have read many, many scriptures. They all say the same thing. Model your best behavior, model it. So there I am thinking, I'm going to change my family. I'm going to cure my family. I'm going to provide healing for my family because they need to heal. There's a lot of problems in my family and I need to heal them. What I didn't realize was what the opening quote is. I did not come to heal you. I came to love you, and love will heal you. And I learned truly how to love through listening quietly, without butting in, by listening carefully and trying very hard to understand. And I realize you can't do that until you really have a prerequisite that everybody was created out of the love of God. And so there's love in everybody's heart, even if they're being hateful. Deep down there, they're thirsting for love. They're desperate for love. And they just don't know how to say it, right? So when I learned, the first session, I was talking to Gail and I did not listen carefully. And I realized I'm not a good listener. And gradually I've learned how to listen. And I've learned how to listen and then understand. And then I've learned how to listen, understand, and then try to model what the solutions are for their problem without actually telling them and saying, you should do this or you should eat that or whatever. So like you said, Sharmini, I found very clever ways of integrating moong dal into every recipe, every meal that I have. And they don't know that I'm putting moong dal in these things, but, I've managed to do that. And gradually, slowly but surely, I started to detox my mind. I started to detox my heart. And I started to nourish my mind with pure positive thinking and pure hope and pure trust that the people around me, they have the knowledge to cure themselves. They just need to be, given a few little tools along the way. And I really pulled in all my skills as a teacher, all my knowledge as a teacher, everything. And I detoxed myself and I nourished myself with new knowledge, new understanding. I did come into this with a clean slate. I ignored everything I thought I knew. And I decided to start completely afresh. And I put my whole heart into it. And the whole way through, I kept thanking God, because it's God who put me on this track. I was attending the Sunday calls while there was a disaster going on in my life. And I really, when I found out about the 100-day course, I thought, I must do this. But I didn't have the funds for it. So my deepest thanks to Wickers and to Almarie, who sponsored me, who paid for me to study this. I don't know how to thank them. I give them the whole of my heart. It's blown me away. And I have learned who I really am and who I want to be. And now I know what I want. I want to be the best model of good health and humanity that anyone can ever see. And I've only just started, and I'm 53 years young, so I have a long way to go. And my husband, he reads palms, and he said, yeah, you got a long life, dear. I said, okay, good. I've got a lot of work to do. So this is where I am. I have learned to, I mean, you know, if you look at the people on our course, there's so many different types of people. Some speak really fast, some people really speak really slow, some people are always happy, some people are grumpy. There's all sorts of people, but they all have a big heart. And if you try to listen and try and make the assumption that they love you and they're trying to say something that's important to you, you learn so much. I have realized how much of the world I've missed out on because I wasn't listening carefully. And now I'm listening carefully and I'm appreciating the good in everything I see. So my jihad has only just started. My jihad is this striving, this fight against the negativeness in my soul and my spirit. And that has affected my body. And now I'm much healthier. My skin's clear and all of those physical things. But deep down, I feel like I have really started to detox and I've started to nourish. So I'm very grateful. That's what I wanted to say.
So beautiful, Sheila, for sharing that. It's so wonderful to hear about your journey.
Thank you so much for sharing from your heart.
So,
Awesome.
it's so wonderful.
Awesome. Beautiful.
You know, sometimes it's like we want to share what we learn to people, but then also I find that people have to be in their space ready to receive it. And sometimes they are not. So it's a because I find that also with my family, with my in-laws, because they have to be in the space to receive. Sometimes they're not. They're just not ready for it. So
it's like
it just will take time. We just have to keep showing ourselves as being healthy. And it's like my sister.
It's like if you look at a farmer, they work so hard.
Yeah, I know.
They work so hard to get our food on the table. They would wake up early in the morning and they have to prepare the land and they have to keep the land good and they have to keep tending to it. They have to nourish it. They have to water it. But us, we have to water ourselves so much. They have to water it. They have to plant the seeds lovingly. They can't just throw the seeds. It's like Jesus said, you don't throw seeds on rocky ground. You got to throw seeds on good, healthy ground. The seed lands, they cover it over. They do so much. And they, year round, they're looking after that ground just so we can get food, just so we can get nourished. And it's the same when you want to help someone.
It's just
groundwork first.
It's just that how they see you. You know, if you're healthy and you're looking good, it's like my sister said, "Oh, you lost weight." I said, "Yeah, I've lost weight. I've lost a few." I said, "I haven't lost much, but I just lost a little. But I'm okay. I'm healthy."
Yeah.
You know?
We tap into their jealousy.
It's just we have to be the model. We have to be the model for them to aspire to.
Lead by example.
Example, yes, that's right. So Elio, we'd like to hear from you.
I am going to do as the previous speakers. I'm going to be acknowledging and be thankful for the whole lineage, for everybody, and I can name everybody, but I'm going to go straight to the last people that we are seeing every single weekend, you know, because they started and they took this venture, you know, not without much knowledge, you know. They were driving the boat without a compass and the blind, and somehow the boat didn't hit any rocks, you know, and you might hit, you know, here a pebble, here and something, you know, a big wave, you know, but for the most part, you know, we are here, and we are here at the different points in our lives. And now I'm going to make it kind of quick, the beginning of what I'm going to say. What personally has influenced me and changed me a lot. First of all, because of the fact that we have had this program so well organized, I like to be organized. And that made an instant difference in my life, in the sense of that I could instantly see, you know, where we're coming from and where we're going to. There is a plan to the madness, so to speak. So, you know, that in some parts, you know, like when we, I think it was the 4th week when we learned how to have a routine. Yeah. Now you look at it and says, okay, you have to put toothpaste on the brush, you know, and have to brush on the left side, and it got to be kind of that detail. And when I see it first, you know, I thought, oh man, we're having a problem. But then afterwards, I realized, you know, that routines are the best thing there can ever be, because the moment you get into a routine, you set I do not know if you understand the meaning, you know, but you're setting yourself an anchor. And the moment, you know, your body, you know, gets that anchor, your body says, like, you go to sleep and you lie down and you set yourself in a position and you say, I'm going to sleep. And that one sentence, you know, put you to sleep. If every night you're going to do that, you're going to sleep just about instantly. What if you have some kind of a ritual before you go to sleep? Pray. I do not know. Do something, you know, that you do it constantly, and it becomes a habit. And then your body says, oh, I know what you're doing. Let's do it. So anyway, I was meditating before, here and there. But I got to the point, you know, that I'm doing it in a steady way. The diet change, remember, I cook. So for me, it was not a big deal in the sense of doing it physically, but it was a different spices and different, you know, the mung bean soup and the dal and all the rest, you know, they were different. I love to try new things. So it was an adventure. I was looking forward to it, and I still look. My wife is the same. Both of us are looking forward, you know, to get new recipes and try it and stuff like that. I think that I detested in my life, you know, was exercise. And I do it, and guess what? You know, I thought it was a waste of time, so I started doing other things, you know, like find a way to meditate or find a way, you know, to do my. So, you know, I feel like that's not a waste of time, and it's good for something. Obviously, you know, the exercise is necessary, but that was not my part of my thinking. I think because of the diet and because of the vibrations around, I calm down. And that is major to me. And the one that has been repeated time and time again on this calls is I learned to be a better listener. My grandfather used to say that God gives us 2 ears and 1 mouth. So you have to listen at least twice as much as you speak. So that came back to my mind. I have learned, I organize the material for quite well. So when I go back to it, I can really.
Come right now, Kelly.
The thing is that I think I must have absorbed 10 to 20% of the material across the 14 weeks, and it's a good start. What I'm going to focus on is what happened to me last night. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning local time, and I'll be honest with you, I have a problem, a heart problem, and I start going through the steps, that I normally go through. But one of the things, that I realize is that if I go in and I meditate, and I have a certain way I learn it from YouTube. I know of official way of meditating, but I learned this that is very effective. So I learned that, and I came over, to do the meditation. Long story short, before getting to the meditation, you have to have the sound behind. So as I'm looking through, I run into the same author, that I have the meditation, and it has a book. It says how to manifest your dream, your destiny. That looks good. I start looking. I'm like, wait a second. This is the blueprint to actually get to the point that you want to be. This is the point that we always we were looking for. And that is not how to put more information in your head, but that is exactly what we're trying to do here, how to be broken down, step by step. The guy has a book, and then, he has a meditation. Look, he has a PDF, and I'm signed up, to script. I go there and I find the book, on a script for free. And the point is that all of this, it was a journey. And what I wanted to do, I expressed it repeatedly. And it is looking kind of like, turns and ups and downs and everything else. But that is the ultimate thing that happened. It happened last night. That I figured out, how to be, not how to do. And that is basically, how should I say, the beginning of the end of the journey. And I will leave it to that.
Okay,
Good job. That was awesome.
that's good.
Mhm.
So let me understand. You've discovered how to be.
Mhm. And look, something, if any one of you is interested, I'll be more than happy right now to write it on the chat, or just give you the name of the book. The name is the same name on the PDF. It has a meditation that goes with it. But the thing is, that it breaks it down so very specifically that the man put the book together from his heart. And I'm telling you, he did do that. He's a famous guy, and he did do that. And it is straightforward. This is who you are. This is where you're going to find yourself. This is what you want to go. This is the way to do it. Just do it.
I say put it in there.
Chris said to put it in.
I say share.
Yeah.
No, the chat is working, right?
Yes, should be.
Okay.
Yeah. Sheila, what you picking from the garden? Can't hear you.
This is kale.
Ah,
This is my garden. So I grow all my own stuff, and I'm making green juice. So
okay.
I'm just yeah. So
Now, Sheila,
gonna-
where are you again? Are you in Canada?
Yeah,
I'm
she
in
lives in
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah. So
Near
this is like
near Toronto or where?
near Toronto. Yeah, it's north of
Okay.
Toronto. It's called Vaughan, and if you've ever been and you've heard of Wonderland, we're right near to Wonderland,
Okay.
and yeah, it's only for a few, like 3 or 4 months, no, 3 months, that we actually have anything growing in our garden. So this is my garden. These are my grapes. I have a lot of grapes. Can you see my grapes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a nice garden, but what we're doing now is decluttering. We're trying to sell a whole load of stuff, and my house is upside down, and so my family are in the garage doing a massive garage sale. So I just thought I'd nourish them by giving them some green juice. So here's my kale, and I'm just making some green juice. Sorry about that. So I am
It's
listening, I
okay.
promise you.
Nice too.
I just don't very
There it is.
and they need some food. So yeah, that's what I do. So for 3 months in the year, I try to grow my own stuff, and this year's been really interesting because I've actually by chance managed to grow mustard, and so I had the mustard cress, and then I had the actual mustard spinach, and then I actually had the mustard flowers as well. So I managed to make a really nice meal. And then I had so many mustard seeds that now when I make any of my meals, I'm actually using the mustard seeds that I grew in my backyard. So I'm really happy about that.
That's
So God
awesome.
provided everything. It's so good.
Right.
It's
So
really,
nice.
and it does taste just different, and it feels different to have your own stuff in everything. And then, of course, in the winter, it all gets gloomy, and we have all this unripened stuff that comes from the US and all over the world. And it's like, you know, that it was picked when it was hard and unripened and sad. And so that's when we all get quite sick. But not this time, this year. This year, I'm on top of it. So that's it.
I have the
Sharmini.
information over there. And one question to you, Sheila. I have the mustard,
Yes.
you call it spinach.
Yes.
I grow it because I do a lot
Yeah.
of stuff in the garden. I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, the
It's,
flowers,
it's,
everything can
Oh.
be
it's
used
a little
everywhere.
bush,
The
it's
whole
a little
mustard.
thing, you know, like this. Big, deep green. It's about this big. My hand is about this big. I'm like, okay, now that I got it, what to do with it? You put it in the salad?
So wash it thoroughly, chop it like you chop up spinach, and cook it just like you cook any other kind of spinach.
Awesome, thank you.
It's so delicious.
Awesome, thank
And
you.
when you make it, because you're a chef, and so when you cook it with the flowers as well.
Yeah.
Cook
the
the flowers
flowers.
too. Okay, but don't have any of the stalks. The hard stalks
Right,
are really hard when you cook them.
This plant, you know, that I grew,
Only
it didn't grow anything. It is just it's just the bottom, like the spinach, and it didn't grow anything on top of it. It's really beautiful, beautiful plant. You know, I always take care of it. I said, one of these days, I'm going to look it up what to do with it.
yeah. And when you cook it just like spinach, and then serve it with corn tortillas or corn roti.
Oh, my wife is from
They go
Mexico.
so nicely together.
We have
Yeah.
the corn tortilla. Thank
really,
you.
really nice. So I mean, I use corn flour to make dough, and then I make chapatis out of it, and that's really nice with
You do it with corn flour or with masa? The real
Masa.
With masa, okay. Okay. We're good.
Yeah.
Carmini, I think the floor is
I
yours.
wasn't a brilliant cook, but I loved learning how to cook. And also the other thing that I learned on this course was when I make beetroot, I buy the whole beetroot with the leaves and I cook all of it.
Great.
So it's the beetroot spinach and it's so yummy. It's just amazing, delicious, and it's tridoshik. So I
On
found
that
all the
line,
tridoshik.
Wonderful.
Dr. Clint, you know, has a book, and this is important. It's finished. Carol Ray sent it to him, and it's a cookbook, and it's about this thick. I'm telling you. And half of the book
I bought
is
the one by Vincent Ladd.
the
I
what?
bought the one Vincent Ladd and his voice.
Yeah, half of it is the recipes that they doing at the center in Mumbai. The chef from the chef from the recipes are the original recipes that they use for the karma chop pachakarma.
Yeah, for the Panchakarma and also for their, because they've got a little like a canteen or food place where you can buy food and eat. So so some of the recipes also is included.
Yeah. So, you know, when that thing comes out, you know, make sure you get it because it's a very good book to refer to. We are having the spices, might as well go for it.
What's the name of that book?
The name of the book, give me a moment. I will write it down when I get it.
Okay.
But it is internal with us. You're not going to get it. I don't think you will get it on Amazon.com. I believe, you know, it's going to be an internal thing.
Hopefully it comes up before Christmas.
Hey, that's all. I have to find.
Okay, so my story.
Shamini, yes.
Yes. When I started this journey in December last year. It started with Miracle game. And from there, I joined into the 100 days course.
For some reason.
So this is my second round of my 100-day course.
Okay, now I can.
So it's just like Chris, I think it's her second time too. But like you say, it's like you are continuously learning about yourself. It's like I've learned to love myself a lot more, be more healthy. And I've, like Elio said, you set up a routine for your own personal health. And so I've set up my morning routine as a result, you know. I get up, I meditate, I do my breathing exercise, do my exercise, do the oil pulling, whatever that can be done. And then, of course, also murmur points. That's very important. My murmur points in the morning, I have to do them to get myself focused and to get the day going. I think without those murmur points, it's like, it's very difficult for me to get the day going. It's just to focus myself. So my mind doesn't go, you know, thinking 100 things to do. Just focus on 2 things to do. And I suppose I've come more into myself. And as a result, I think I've become more open to listening and understanding. Just, you know, it's like, that's a lot of, it's like when you go into a course, you listen, that when you think about it, oh my goodness, half the time you don't listen and you don't understand what the other person is saying. And that takes me to a different level altogether. It's still an ongoing process. It's still, I'm not 100% there. I don't think we are all ever 100% there. So yeah, so I'm getting to that point, hopefully. But it's like I said, it's always a learning process. I'm still learning. I'm still learning and learning and learning.
We're all still learning. It's really
Yeah.
a learning.
You can't stop learning.
Cannot stop. Yeah.
So yeah, and of course the mung beans is like, oh well, wow. Sometimes it's like an easy way to just do a meal, you know, because everything is all in one pot. That's it, done for the day. And if you're just cooking for yourself, that's all I eat. And I found that actually calmed me down a lot. Calmed me, got my thoughts more focused. A lot of pains also went away. I think that went away more with the Panchakarma, because I did that one course of it. So I got rid of one pain. So I still got 2 or 3 pains to get rid of. So maybe, hopefully I can one day go to do the Panchakarma in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year. That's my target.
I hope you get to go there. I really do.
I will do that one.
Have you done it already, Chris?
Can't see your book, Elio. It's like your background picture is hiding you.
I can do this. What happens is I wrote it down. Okay, is Dr. Naram's
Okay.
Dietary and Cooking Guide by Carol Ray and Dr. Naram and Dr. Smita and the whole thing, you know. But I wanted to show you just the size of the book, and I'm not sure.
Wow.
There you go. Okay, it is about this big. It happens naturally that they send it to me, you know, so I can put my 5 cents into the whole thing.
Yeah, because that contains all the it talks about your doshas and everything. So it's like a mini
Educational.
recap. Yeah.
Yeah.
For us it is, but for others it's totally new. So that's a good book.
I thought so myself, you know. Whatever I felt like there were parts of it, you know, that naturally, because it's my trade, you know, I expressed myself. I said, no, this has to be completely changed about oils, you know, what to use and what not to use. I have my own pet peeves, you know, and I study a lot on you know, proper dietary necessity for the body and the stuff, you know, that they put out there, you know, that they think, you know, is stupid. Sorry, I didn't say that. A few of us actually know how to read.
Can you get that on Amazon?
The what?
Can you get the book on Amazon?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
no.
It's not gone into print yet.
It's not published.
Print yet. I think they're doing the proofreading or copyright reading or whatever it is you call it.
What is happening, you know, Dr. Clint, Carol sent it to Dr. Clint, yes, of 2 weeks ago or so. But remember, he was not there 2 weeks ago. So anyway, he has to give his blessings, you know, if he's agreeing with it, you know, and then I guess, you know, they're going to go about printing it. However, they have something in mind, and I think they're using it for the orphanage or something like that. So,
so you should get in their site.
yes, you know what? I can bring it up next week. You know, when we have the get together all together, because that way will be a
the
good
idea of making a contribution.
Yeah, we want to make a contribution.
Yeah, I want to get it when it's properly published and make the contribution. I tried to make a contribution on the site just anyway, because I mean this course was paid for, so I thought, you know, I want to say thank you by giving a contribution, but it didn't accept the payment, and I got stuck in something. And
it's problem with the banking system.
Yeah.
No,
So okay, I'm
going to make a point that, next time, when we get this, we have this thing together, on the 2nd, to make sure, that if they don't mention it, I'm going to mention it, make sure, that everybody knows about
Good,
it.
good.
And I'll talk to Carol to
Especially
find
coming
out.
to you, you say we like it.
Yes.
What kind of restaurant do you
Cat-
have? I'm curious.
What I had before, many months ago, okay, it was a blue crab house. It's very unique food, because I am on the West Coast, and I was not dealing with Alaskan crab, and all that. The blue crabs are about this big, and they really blue, and they live in the golf course or in the Chesapeake Bay. And the original crab houses are on the East Coast. So it was a very unique experience for so many people that migrated from the East Coast to the West Coast. And they talk to their friends, and they're like, we don't have one of this. So long story short, we put the restaurant together, and it got to the point that people will call as far as San Francisco, Phoenix, Arizona, San Diego, and they start, are you for real? Yes. So how you cook it? This way. And do you have crab cakes? Yes. And do you have soft shell? Yes. And do you have they have their soup? Okay. Do you have the she crab soup? Yes, we have that too. Here is my credit card over the phone. Here is my credit card. God bless. God help you if you don't have this food, because I'm coming with a party of 10, 15, I mean, I make a caravan and come to the restaurant. It was amazing. It was amazing, the success of the restaurant. It was, in the beginning, to be honest and direct about it, in the beginning, I worked with the family on the original restaurant. Then I went over in San Fernando Valley, if you know the area in Los Angeles, and I opened my own restaurant. But it was there, and it was there for a long time, and very successful. So I'm proud of that.
Now you should open a new one, just doing mung beans.
You're funny. When I left,
These variations of it.
when I left the business, I walk out of there, and I made a promise to myself. I said, from now on, when I go into a restaurant, I'm not going to criticize the restaurant. I'm not going to, check mark the restaurant. I'm going to go there and have my meal. And I do not want to be bothered. If I pay a small price for it, then that's what I expect. If I pay a bundle of money, I expect you to come across to me at the level that I'm paying for this food and everything in the atmosphere and everything else. But for the most part, I absolutely, completely stayed out of it. It was it was an interesting experience, to say the least.
Okay. Okay, there's anything else? Shall we meet on October the 2nd, isn't it, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah.
We shall meet on October 2nd with the first batch of the 100
I
days.
texted Patricia and she had work today. She
Ah,
said she hopped on the call last night, but didn't realize that we weren't having anything. Yeah, do you want me to come back? Oh, hang on, I'll be right back.
You guys want to see my green juice?
Yes.
yes,
What's in
yes.
it? Can we have a taste?
There it is.
Oh, that looks really nice.
Yeah. I made a
looks-
very big glass. I just gave that to my husband. So this is the little for my daughter.
So what's in
Yeah.
it?
What's the combination?
Look, he's finished it already. Meet my husband. He just had his green juice.
Hi,
Hello,
husband.
husband.
Hello.
I guess you don't have a name, you know. We're going to name you husband.
How's things?
What's your husband's name,
things?
Sheila?
That's Vinay. Giving to you.
Okay.
Mahmood.
Vinay.
Mahmood. Okay.
Hi,
You're good,
Vinay.
Mahmood.
Okay, thank you. You take care.
Okay.
Okay, you too.
You too.
Nice meeting you.
Okay.
They're doing a garage sale. They're very busy.
What's
Okay,
the
I'm gonna say
Okay.
goodbye.
I think we
I'm
shall.
sorry.
Leo,
It was great to see everybody
buddy. Yeah, we
Likewise.
just say,
A real pleasure.
yeah.
and
Thank
listen
you.
to you guys all
I
share.
love you all.
So,
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
you.
let's rub our hands and say blessings to everybody.
Send some energy across
Send
the
some
way.
energy to everybody.
God bless
Love
you
you
all.
and I'm with you.
God bless
love, love, and more
Love you
love?
and I'm with you.
Make it
Yeah.
a really good one.
Everyone with you.
I love you and I'm with you too.
I
And
love you and
we
I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you. Bye-bye.
Bless your wife, Elio, as well.
and we
I
shall
love you
meet
and I'm with you.
and we shall
You're
meet on
wonderful soul.
and we
Thank you.
shall meet on October
Bye-bye.
the 2nd.
Yeah.
Please put
We'll
it on
see
your
you next time.
calendars.
We'll see you next time for the 100-day course.
Yeah.